The world fractured into a million glittering shards the moment Sarah saw the texts. Her breath hitched, a painful knot tightening in her chest. A year. A year of her life, poured into Mark like an offering. Every late-night call, every canceled plan with friends, every sacrifice of her own dreams to prop up his, now lay in ruins at her feet. He had cheated, with someone she knew. The betrayal was a physical blow, leaving her gasping for air in the suffocating silence of her apartment. The first few weeks were a blur of tears and ice cream. She replayed every moment, searching for clues, for the exact point where her love had become a foolish delusion. Her friends, bless their hearts, tried to pull her out of the abyss, but their words were just distant echoes against the roar of her pain. Sleep was a battle she rarely won, haunted by images of Mark's smile, now tainted by deceit. Her once vibrant spirit felt like a wilting flower, its petals crumbling at the slightest touch. One particularly dark morning, staring at her reflection, a pale, hollow-eyed stranger, something shifted. A flicker of defiance. Was this all she was now? A victim? Number. Mark had taken enough. He would not take her future. Slowly, painstakingly, she began to pick up the pieces. She started small. A walk around the block, feeling the sun on her skin for the first time in weeks. Then a coffee with a friend, forcing a smile even when her heart ached. She rediscovered her old hobbies, painting, which she'd abandoned for Mark's endless gaming sessions, and reading, getting lost in worlds where love wasn't a minefield of lies. Each stroke of the brush, each turning page, was a step towards reclaiming herself. There were setbacks, of course. A song on the radio, a familiar scent, a glimpse of someone who looked like him, would send her spiraling back into the depths of despair. But each time, she fought her way back, a little stronger, a little more resilient. She started journaling, pouring out her anger, her sadness, and eventually, her hopes. She realized how much she had given, how completely she had lost herself in another person's orbit. That mistake, she vowed, she would never make again. Her time, her energy, her dreams, they were hers to cherish, not to sacrifice at the altar of a fickle heart. The healing wasn't linear, but it was happening. Sarah began to see the world again, not as a place of pain, but as a canvas of possibilities. She enrolled in a photography class she'd always dreamed of taking, and the lens gave her a new perspective, literally and figuratively. She started dating again, cautiously at first, but with a newfound wisdom. She no longer sought to complete herself in another person, but to share her already whole self. Mark's betrayal had been a fire, burning away the parts of her that were weak, leaving behind something stronger, something more fiercely herself. She was still a work in progress, but the girl who had once been broken was now painstakingly, beautifully rebuilding her own magnificent world.